What's going on, guys? Day 3 of ledge removal, and hopefully the last day. I sent some pictures to an excavator that I've been friends with for a while, that I know knows his stuff, as well as the Dirt Ninja. So shout out to you, Aaron, and the Dirt Ninja. Appreciate you guys helping me out, answer my questions. Send them some pictures. I'll include them right here of what we're hammering out, and both my buddy Aaron and the man himself, the Dirt Ninja, said it's granite. So, which is what I kind of suspected. The builder thought it was bluestone or like a gray stone, but machine sidled up, but it is in fact granite. Dirt Ninja gave me some good tips on how to hammer. I'm sure you guys that know that do the hammering stuff every day see that I kind of screwed myself, but it is what it is. You know, I don't do too many jobs like this, so I'm learning. So yeah, that was good to know. So I will definitely apply those next hammer job. But for now, we gotta dig ourselves out of this situation we're in. Good thing is we're almost done. So we gotta clean up, I think, a little bit more of that back corner, and then the biggest thing is getting that thing of granite out of there, which has a nice split going down it. So hopefully she's not too long for this world this morning. So anyways, we are going to be back at it and finishing up. I'm going to bring the bucket over. I'm gonna leave the machine up on the hill, drop the hammer, bring the bucket over to bail out the shot rock out of the hole. I was gonna use my Hitachi, but I'm like, you know what, just use their machine. Just got a bigger bucket on it. Bucket's huge. So and if I get a snap back into the hammer for a little bit, I can do that too, but I'm gonna try to get out everything I can in one shot as best I can. Dig it all out and go from there. So we'll see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, well, we got most of the shot rock out of here. Did the old Hitachi. I went to unhook the hammer on the 210, and the hammer wasn't quick coupled in. It was threaded right into the auxiliary hydraulics, and the nut form was absolutely massive. So I didn't have a wrench for it, and I wasn't gonna go to town to get one. So I just threw it in the road. It's over there somewhere. And then dug a shot rock out with the Hitachi. Now we are basically seeing what we got for a room, and getting him at final elevation here. So yeah, I think we're gonna avoid that. And this right here is really the only problem. It's gonna make this thing not 12, it's gonna be like 10. But I mean, we dug this whole corner out. You know, this ledge was way up there and went right to the thing there. So we took a lot out of here for sure. But this is all granite right here. I mean, I've been hammering the crap out of it. I haven't been able to get it yet. So I'm thinking maybe we can just leave that. We got the concrete guy coming in a bit here to verify he can work with this. So hopefully we can. And yeah, but until then, we're plugging away here.
Things aren't meant to be fair. I know you left me down and out, and now the river is red. Got that hit on your head. Should've buried your dead. Should've listened to me and said, oh, how little you know. You better watch out, my
We are finally done. Yeah. Alright guys, as you can tell by that happy dance, we are all done. Finally. We got everything done and cleaned up in this corner. We got this corner nice and blasted out of here, so we'll be able to lay their concrete right in here. We're gonna have to ride up a little bit here, some ledge here. The concrete guy said that's no problem, we can ride over it with his forms. This corner is now cleaned out. I'm gonna go boom right in here, right to here, right this way. So we are done. That This little garage packed a big punch for as small as it was. It's only a 24 by 30. We got 3 days in hammering into this job site, and then today of digging out. So we were over by a few days on this one. I'd say probably about a whole working week. I mean, we were at the septic job earlier this week for a little bit, and then we had to come here. But I think for what we were up against and everything else, I think we did it pretty fast. We got it cranked up pretty good, so I don't see why we can't lay some concrete next week, or the concrete guys can't lay some concrete next week. Yeah, I'm pretty happy that we're done. Sucks, you know. Sucks that we had to spend all this time, but hey, it's a change order, so it is what it is, you know. We made some money on it, and now we can bounce. So we will be after Labor Day, which happy Labor Day, guys. You guys probably aren't seeing us way till past Labor Day, but I hope you guys had a good Labor Day. Had some nice R&R, but we will be working on Labor Day on Monday for a little bit before the festivities. I got something going on early afternoon on Labor Day, but gonna try to get some stuff done in the morning, so we'll probably do some filming then. But we will be at the septic job all next week, hopefully. Last time we were there, we power raked a good chunk of it, so we got to go on Labor Day and do some raking and then start topsoiling. I would be pretty happy if we got that pretty much buttoned up by Tuesday. When I say pretty much, I mean buttoned up, seated, everything done Tuesday. Then we will transition into a new job Wednesday. So keep firing them off, keep plugging away here. We won't be back here for a little while till backfill. So concrete guys got set up his forms, pours concrete, everything else. So he's got a bit of work to do here, which is fine. We got plenty of jobs to crank out of our own. So yeah, you guys will see this job, hopefully, if you don't get any calls back, hopefully you guys will be seeing this a few weeks from now, and we'll be doing it for backfill. And then once you backfill, that'll be it for a little while again, until they frame it, and then we'll do the septic here and everything else and get this kind of closed off for the year. So I'm done rambling for now, but enjoy you guys this weekend, enjoy you guys Labor Day. We will see you guys next week. What's going on, everybody? This is my review of the Case CX210. We rented one here from United Rentals. Just wanted to do a quick review on it. It's been a while since I run 200. It's a big machine for sure. It's got, I think, the wide tracks on it. You can see that the final drive is recessed in. These are really wide tracks. Overall, it's my first time running a real big Case. I mean, I ran a Case Mini before. Not overly impressed by them, but I will go over things. We got I think it's an Epiroc 4-ton hammer on this machine, brand new. It's a good combo for sure. I mean, I'm sure this is the rental company, but I don't like that it doesn't have quick coupler on it for the hammer. What else here? We'll go take a look at some of these doors here. So this is going to be, I don't know what door this is going to be. It's saying door number 1. So this is where your batteries are, radiator, all that kind of stuff. Nice and smooth opening door, nice and light, so that's cool. Tall machine for sure. I mean, you could definitely hunch over and crawl underneath that thing real quick in a hurry. And then this compartment is going to be the hydraulic tank, I think. No, this is access to all your filters. So you got your what is this here? Is this 2 fuel filters? Fuel filters and a hydraulic filter? I'm not too sure. A bunch of filters in here. You got these. It's probably a hydraulic filter, and then you got your hydraulic motor in here and stuff like that. Oops. Close the door here. Then we'll go on top here. Ow. We'll go on top. Let's climb up here. So this is your toolbox. Nice deep toolbox, which is nice. Nice and big. And then let's This is the motor right here. Got an Isuzu 16 valve in it. This is probably the only good part of this machine is the Isuzu motor. My Hitachi over there has the same thing in it, and these Isuzus are excellent motors. They are bulletproof to the max. Engine bay is a little dirty, as you can see, but it's a rental, so not my problem. Let's collapse this up here. I like these clasps, that's cool. And you got your fuel tank, some other stuff right here. Oh, this is, I'm not sure what your machine this is, but it does have a DEF tank on it, just right here. So it does have emissions, unfortunately. All right, let's take a hop up in the cab here. So, this is the cab. The seat is actually pretty comfortable. It's I think it's an air ride seat. It goes down quite a bit. Got a nice back over there. You can put your lunchbox in and stuff. But this seat is got some bounce to it, so that's pretty cool. The cab is relatively kind of chinksy. As you can see here, it's already breaking. Like I said, it's a rental, so someone else has always been beating on it, but it's real thin plastic. It's coming apart here too, so this tells me the quality of this cab's pretty poor. I mean, I'm guessing this thing's probably an 18 or newer, and for a machine being that new, this thing is pretty bare bones. I mean, it's all buttons. I mean, even the radio is like nothing to write really home about. Auxiliary cord, I mean, really? Like, or sorry, yeah, this is the AC unit. Like, real primitive but simple, which isn't always bad. I actually kind of like simple. And you got your quick coupler here, which I think this setup is pretty standard in most machines. Not a huge fan of this display. I didn't really play around in it too much, but these two cameras are probably the worst cameras I have ever dealt with. They are just super, like this one kept glitching, like it had static stuff on it a lot of times, and just the quality of them is very, very poor. I don't know if you guys can tell, but just the view out of them is like, it just looks like winter out there. It's just all grainy and not really detailed. Even like when you're working the machine, you can see that there's objects out there, but you can't tell what it is. You can't see great detail. Another thing too is that I'm not sure if you could shut this feature off or not, but anytime you get to something close, like you can see those pallets or something, this thing would go off saying, check your cameras, and it would stay on. It would beep for a while and then just stop, but then you would always see check your cameras here. I don't know if there's a way to clear it or to change that, but any little object that it senses down there, it would go off at, even though you're out of the way for it. So that's really stupid in my opinion. And then we'll fire this thing up. So this is the machine running now, and as I said before, it's got a Isuzu motor in it, so it's very, very quiet. We'll go outside right now and you guys can hear it, but that's I mean, this thing is silent. You guys can probably hear me talking on the camera, and right here by the motor, which I think is really cool. That Isuzu is just an excellent motor. That's probably the only thing that makes this machine worth anything is the Isuzu motor. And then we'll rev it out all the way now. So this is going to be at full blast, and that's still really good. I mean, oh, it went into, hang on, how do I, crap. So this is at full blast. You guys probably still hear me even over that too. That's pretty good. Whoa, almost just fell. So that's pretty cool. And then that's it at idle again. So yeah, there's the speakers up there. The radio didn't really even work in this rental, so I didn't even bother with it. But HVAC system works, so that's good. I mean, compared to what I'm in most of the time, it's better than what I have. But I mean, I've been in a lot newer, or I should say I've been in machines that have been older and have been more modern than this, and just a better feel. The controls aren't that bad running it. You know, when you get a new machine, there's always like that, I don't want to say learning curve, but just you got to get the feel for it, because every machine has a different feel to it. And this machine, I was actually able to get in and operate pretty comfortably, pretty fast, pretty normally. Even switching between this and my Hitachi, it had that same feel. Like sometimes you can feel a little off when you're switching between machines, just because, like I said, they all have different feels. But this one actually had a really good feel to it. So the hydraulics weren't bad on it. I didn't get to dig with it because I had a hammer on it, so I don't know how it digs. But it's got a massive bucket with it, which is cool. But I'm not sure how it digs. But I mean, hammering it did fine. It seemed like it had pretty good braking force. But yeah, just not a huge fan of the overall quality of the machine. Yeah, I just, you know, I've run a New Holland 250, pretty equivalent to this, and that wasn't a bad machine. But I'm not a huge fan of this case. But that's kind of the overview of this. This machine has a auto greaser on it too, which I think is cool. The hammer there, I think that's pretty neat. Yeah, I mean, I don't know enough about these machines compared to other machines to really be able to speak too well on it. It does have telematics, so I'm not too sure about that. Total control telematics. I always thought that was like grade control, but I don't think it is. But yeah, I haven't run enough newer machines to really, you know, be able to speak on it. I mean, I've run Hitachis and John Deere's and Cats and stuff, so I guess, you know, I've run probably a good amount, but you know, I haven't run them consistently with the same kind of year frame to kind of compare this to other 2018 era machines, or even 19. I've run some like 2023s and stuff like that. I mean, it's all relatively probably the same at that point. But it will be interesting to see, because I'm pretty sure these guys are coming to the New England Dirt Digger show, so it'll be interesting to see how these cases hold up compared to the other machines that'll be there, because they'll have Hitachis there, John Deere's, I think Cats, Doosan's, Sony. So it'll be interesting to see kind of where this lies. But I myself, I would not buy one of these machines. If I'm going to spend this amount of money, I would rather buy a Hitachi. I'm a Hitachi guy. I'm anything Japanese, honestly, you can't go wrong with. But yeah, that's my overview of this case 210. Yeah, see you guys next time. What's going on, guys? It's been a few days since I filmed. I got this job all the way done, rake, topsoiled, seeded, strawed. I don't know, I just didn't film the end of it. I don't know why, just didn't feel like it, so I didn't. But yeah, this job is completely done. Since I didn't feel like it, I just had a lot going on. I was trying to get done and just didn't want to worry about filming. But there's a D-box right there, it's the cover. I originally wasn't gonna do straw, but this stuff's got so much sand in it that I figured the organics would definitely probably help. It'll also help keep locking some of this in the rain and just make a little bit of a better yard, hopefully, for these people. But tank's right there. Yeah, done. Figure, you know, let this little bit right here turn back in the woods, and then that corner there, just as long as it doesn't get too close to that D-box. You know, 10 feet from that D-box stake, you want to keep clear. But yeah, we get the truck all loaded up, all the tools are in there, we're ready to go. We'll start pulling equipment out of here tomorrow. It's about 5 o'clock right now, so I was gonna try to get a machine out today because we are going down the street, but just save it for tomorrow. Then we got our vent painted nice camouflage brown here. I think it looks good. Would have been nice if I could tuck this in a little bit further, but it is what it is. But yeah, that looks good. Can't really even see it. It's not in the middle of the yard, so that's all that matters. But yeah, that's it for this one. We are off to the next. We will pick up with you guys on the next job site and show you what we got going on later. What's going on, guys? On a new job today on the septic, and we are already breaking stuff. I'll go over here and show you real quick what we got going on. So I unloaded this power rake the other day out of my dump truck, and I wasn't paying attention. The lines are dragging on the ground, and I freaking snapped off the hydraulics. Snapped off the hydraulics, which these lines were in great shape anyways. Broke them right off, so I have to take these fittings off, get new lines made. It's not a huge deal. That's the end that plugs into the machine. And basically, the track had driven over the lines. I was going straight and snapped the lines right off as soon as I started this job. So hopefully, no more stupid crap like that happens. But yeah, so we're already breaking stuff. But it's another leach field job. We did a perk. I think it was kind of right where these weeds are. That's why it's weedy like that. It's because we had the perk pits there. We did this perk, I don't know, a year or two ago, and they're getting ready to sell the house, so we are here doing the septic. Tank is staying as long as the condition of it's good. Tank's right here. Got this huge manhole cover on it. It's kind of funny they use that. So we got to check the condition of it this morning, make sure it's good, check the seams, make sure it's not leaking. If it is, we're gonna have to put a new tank for them. But I didn't do the inspection here, so whoever did the inspection said the tank was good, but leach field was shot. So it's 2 leaching pits. Not sure where they are. They're somewhere, I think, in here, and I think the other one's like out there or something. So we'll have to find those, pump those out, crush them, fill them in place. But first thing this morning is we're gonna take the skid steer, push all these weeds back, check the condition of the tank, set up the field, and then start digging for the field. And yeah, this is another good, real good soils here, sandy, just like the last job we did. So, and actually the same engineer that did that last job did this job as well. Hang on. So yeah, it's real good to work in nice flat lots like this. I mean, right off the road, right to here with the trucks, right into the hole, and nice soils as well. So yeah, hopefully be a pretty straightforward job for us. And then we are still going back and forth to the site work job. They poured the footings Friday, and we'll be pouring the walls this week. So we got a little bit of work we got to do there before they pour the walls. The concrete guy called me and said we got to move some material out of the way for the pump truck. So we'll be doing that at some point this week and probably meeting up there. But yeah, we're still bouncing between the two, and then once it's ready we'll backfill. But so yeah, we're still bouncing between those, but we'll keep cranking here and trying to keep going with the big push for the end of the season here and make some money. All right, see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, today's been a super chaotic day, so not a lot of filming, but I got the side of the tank dug out here. You can check that seam right down in there. Looks real good, it's not leaking water. The dirt around it isn't gray, even though down there it's kind of gray, it's just the color of the sand, but it's not black or really dark gray. Like, let me try to find an example, like kind of like this stuff a little bit. We ran into that darker crap when we dug out this pit. So the tank is good. It's in good condition. It's not soft or anything or punky. Seams holding on it, which is where they usually always start to leak. And not having gray material there means that it's not like it was previously leaking at one point to where you know, to where maybe it stopped for a bit or something. But we were able to find the leaching pits. Normally I don't locate these prior to starting, but the way it was on the plans, it looked like it was pretty close to the existing field. So I just want to get them dug up and exposed. That way, for one, we know where they are. We're not driving on them with triaxles and they fall through it. And two, that way, when the pumper comes, we can have them pumped out. If they're still full at the time, we might be able to dig next to it, relieve them, and collapse them and fill them in. But we'll just have to see. And this is the second one right here. Right there is the second one. D-box is completely shot. There was a D-box in there. Yeah, this system, the leach, as far as leach field goes, was really smoked. So we are going to work on backfilling basically everything to this point. We're going to leave that one exposed, cover all this up, the side of the tank up, and then we'll stick a grade stake here marking that one, cover this up, because we're probably gonna end up coming pretty close with trucks, but it's just easier to not have this in the way. You can go back and forth over with a skid steer, it'll be fine, because they're deep enough and they're structurally sound enough to where we won't fall through them driving them with a skid steer. So I mean, this is going to be basically where the field is anyway, so this is going to be pretty much all field here, and we might even hit it a little bit here when we dig this out, part of the field, so even this might let go and drain into our excavated field. So we'll have to see what we do here, but the next step is definitely getting this covered up, so we can start to work and stockpile material and whatnot. So we're gonna work on that now, and then we'll do some lay out our field, and then probably start digging tomorrow. So yeah, we'll see you guys in a bit. Alright everybody, as you can see in that last clip, we got this laid out. I got the main in the middle of it, but this is where our field's gonna be. We are 30 long by 15 wide. No 5-foot over dig. Got good soils here. I'm pretty sure this is the same exact size as the last one we just did, the last job you guys just saw. So this is pretty much the same exact system, only just in a different job. So, but we are done for today. We will be back tomorrow. We're going to dig up this leach field. And yeah, we got our stake right here where our pit is, right over here. Tank's over there. The pit's over there. So yeah, we are going to get this place tied up for the night and be back in the morning. See you guys tomorrow.